What's up guys, in this video I will show you how to fight a duo or a trio in Fortnite. Fighting multiple enemies at once is like playing veterans mode but in Fortnite, so I'm going to show you how to defend against it and share some tips on how to get out of that situation if possible. Okay, first things first, if you're caught fighting a team by yourself or if there's multiple teams in the mix and it's a free-for-all, you need to get away from all that action in order to survive. This is why it's important to have tabs on all your enemies' location as you're fighting. Even if they aren't fighting you just yet, take out enemies that are alone if possible. Go for the easier fights first. Practice getting in and out of boxes and practice making the boxes quickly because you will need protection from all sides. As we know, teams will attack you from all sides and angles of your box and will not stop. As I was vibing in this creative match, I learned something. But like anything in life, there's always someone better than you. As for me, it was the stonks guy, the one she told me not to worry about.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
So that was mostly a 1v1 fight, but he did have a teammate. Sometimes you fight at teams with bots and some with full arena type players. You need to identify that as you're fighting the team. Once you figure that out, you can decide on what path to go. If you are a low ground player like myself and you always made many boxes around yourself, always remember the edits you left open because sometimes enemies will go straight through those opened edits without you noticing. Sometimes enemies will try to pre-box you, so keep that in mind if you are just building aimlessly. As you're fighting a team and their building is better than yours, don't forget that sometimes their aim can be worse than yours. So use that and hit your shots and he will miss his. However, this goes without saying that you should at least always have an escape route if they try to box you. So keep at least one wall that's yours that's not blocked by a stair or a cone to escape. If the team is way too good to fight, the best thing you could do is start stalling and depend until someone interferes. This is why staying cool in those situations is important. Making the right edits and messing up not once to buy you that time until someone comes around. And if you feel you can take on the team, if possible, fight them one at a time and take out the ones that are alone first. This is to help keep you alive and make it more fair. Pay very close attention to sounds and footsteps in order not to get trapped in a corner. Be very careful when dropping layers as you don't have a full understanding of how many enemies are in that specific layer. Even with headphones, it can be hard to identify the sounds. I do also recommend to turn on visualized sound effects if you're not using it. This game is very fast paced, but you can move very quickly or crouch walk very slowly. In this clip, I knew my enemy was coming down to my box to pressure me, but because I heard him pull out the sniper that one-shots any wall, I quickly went out to my other box and got him from above. I ended up getting the elimination because he was too slow to react to my movement. Hear me out on this one. This tip comes from a game I've played called Clash Royale, which was like a card game, but this can tie in with Fortnite as well. So if your current playstyle isn't working, switch up to a different playstyle mid-fight. For example, if you're an excessive builder and have your builds out most of the fight, switch up the rows and have your reticle on the enemies most of the fight. This can surprise them because it's like now they are fighting a whole nother person, and mid-fight it forces them to adjust to your new playstyle. In this new season is all about speed, so your reaction time has to be at 110%. With the new guns in the game, you can't just get one shot anymore with max health and shield, but that makes your reaction time play a big role if you survive after that first shot or not. The Stinger SMG has the fastest fire rate possible. Your health can go from 200 to 0 super fast. And speaking of the SMGs, they do high damage even at the medium to long range compared to the old SMGs, so your loadout can have shotgun, SMG, and the rest can be heals. Try to confuse your enemies by changing up your movements. If the enemy is above you and you're trying to build up to them, try going up from a different side to see if that helps, and maybe you can retake if he's too slow. Now let's say you're in the box and he's trying to get in from beside you. You have 3 other options to choose to escape. That leaves him wondering what you will take. You can go off from the top, from the other side, or the bottom. Sometimes running to the left or the right can confuse your enemies and what you're actually doing, and doing that can make him lining up his aim harder. Check out this weird glitch I found while trying to carry an enemy. I was actually falling off the stair and I was able to carry him. I'd say try experimenting with different movement mechanics. Like for me, I found that glitch catching the guy I knocked as I was falling from the stair. Also, I'd say try out the double movement mechanic if you're on PC. I have yet to try it out, but I know it will help improve. Just know that fighting teams on your own is probably the hardest thing that can be done in any game. You have to realize that not every fight can be won. In fact, most of them you will lose. And these are some of the fights that I actually ended up losing. Okay guys, those are some tips that I have on how to deal with people that are in duos or trios or anybody that's not in your team. I thank y'all for watching the video and I'll see y'all on the next one.